boys and girls, it's Miss Lisa, the art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. Today I'd like to talk to you about a fish. I like this fish. Notice anything about this fish? He's loaded with a bunch of shapes. Can you name some of these great shapes? Look at this one. That's a square. And we've got a squirrel. Do we have a squirrel? No, we don't have a squirrel. We have a circle. We have a rectangle. We have a fish full of shapes. You know what kind of shapes they are? They're geometric shapes. I know that's a big word, but you'll remember that one day. Geometric shapes. I have a bunch of them down at the bottom here. Look at all these geometric shapes. Do you think you could draw them if you had to? Maybe you could. If you watch all these lines and use them as a guide and trace over them, you'll be able to do it better and better each time. So we're going to do that with this fish here. We're going to add all these geometric shapes to the fish. He's a beautiful fish, isn't he? But before we get started with our fish, I think it's best that we start with his habitat. Let's create the water that he lives in, because we're going to need to paint that, and we want it to be dry when we're done creating all our geometric shapes and coloring in our fish. So what we're going to need today is we're going to need some watercolor. We're definitely going to use our watercolor paints. We're going to need crayons. Don't forget your crayons. With watercolor, you need water. And we're going to need a paintbrush. So if you're ready, how about you come on down to my table and we start creating the habitat for our geometric fish. Silly tongue twister. The geometric fish. Come on down. Let's look and see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my paper here, and you're all going to get this sheet of paper. It's a special photographic paper which gives it a shiny sheen, something that we could paint easily on with the water. Now the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to draw some organic shapes. I showed you geometric shapes, you know, our squares and our circles, but I'd like to also show you some organic shapes. Look at these organic shapes here. We have a seahorse and a leaf, a flower and a cloud. They're kind of free-flowing kind of lines, soft and curvy lines. Things that you really can't measure, like a square or a triangle or a rectangle. So I would like to add a little organic shape in my sea that I'm going to create for my geometric fish. We'll have some geometric shapes in our fish and some organic shapes in the sea. So when I think of organic shapes, I kind of think of like the seaweed. So I'm going to try to draw something at the bottom of my sea that's a little organic. And I used a soft green. I meant to use a darker green, so I'm going to go over that with a darker green. So hang on, guys. Let me get my dark green crayon out so you can see what I just colored. Because right now you can't see my beautiful organic shape made of my nice free-flowing curving lines. You see that? That's an organic shape. I'm going to draw some lines going up through my leaves, my little seaweed leaves. You like that? Kind of looks like the seaweed in the sea, right? And maybe I'll do another one coming up over on the other side. Just a nice free-flowing organic shape. And I'm going to put my beautiful geometric fish over my organic shape when I'm done. So we only need a little bit of our organic shapes in our water, and we're going to start painting our sea. So I'm going to put my paint in the water, my paintbrush in my brush in the water and clean it out. And I'm going to start with my water. Oops, look at this. I had paint on my fingers. Hold on, let me just go clean that. All right, that was not terrible. All right, so let's start with the bottom of this sea, where the sand is. So what do you say we start with a nice yellow for the sand at the bottom of the ocean? You see how I'm going across the bottom of my paper with my yellow color paint? Not bad, right? I think I might add a little orange to it as well, just to give it like a little depth, give it a little little change of color, make you feel like there's different levels of sand. I'm going to start with the water. I'm going to make it a little green down at the bottom, not too green. And then I'm going to bring it up with some water so it's not a dark green like it is. I just want to bring that up a little bit. I'm using just the water of my brush to bring the green up. And you can do this any way you want. You don't have to do it my way. Now I'm going to add some blue into my water, my ocean. And most of this is going to be covered by my geometric fish, but I want to have a nice background for him to live in, a nice habitat. You know, where a fish lives, or where anybody lives, is their habitat. Like our habitat is our house. See, when this is wet, you see all the colors blending together. I love watercolors. I think they're so pretty. And I'm not really painting, I'm just kind of like dabbing this paint on this paper. I'm going to go back to my organic shapes. There's seaweed, so I'm going to add the greens of the seaweed in there. Now, with this paper, it does curl when it's wet, so you might want to tape it down to the table. That's up to you. Might make it easier for you little guys. See, if I taped that down, that would have been nice and secure while it was being painted. Masking tape, anything. You don't want to rip the paper when you take it off, so you have to be careful. And it doesn't really matter, honestly, if this paint all smears, because this color is just so subtle and so beautiful in the background. Just adding a little bit more darkness. I love the dark blue. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Look at that. Just dabbing it in there. Just dabbing the blue in. Spreading it around. Beautiful. And I don't even have to add anything else to the sea, because the geometric fish is going to take up most of the sea area, because he is pretty big. He's almost as big as this paper. And just brush the color up to the edge. Look at how gorgeous that looks. So simple, right? All right, I'm going to put this on the side so it dries while we work on our geometric fish, okay? Keep it flat because you don't want this to run. And let's pull out our geometric fish. Here he is. Now it's time for our crayons. So I'm going to put my paint away, and I'm pulling out my crayons. I love to color too. I tell you, I love to do all kinds of art. That's all I love to do all day long. Okay, now this is your opportunity to use whatever colors you would like. First thing I'd like you to do, though, is trace the shapes that are at the bottom. Trace them and color them, just to get used to feeling how the geometric shapes are drawn. The star has how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points on the geometric star. How beautiful. And do the same with all the other shapes. Pick a new color. Trace it. And then color it in. Nice. Go all the way to the other end. This is a cool oval. Trace and color it in. Trace it a few times. Go over it, over and over. Feel how it flows. Our triangle has 3 points. That's a very light purple. I'm going to go over that with a darker purple. I like to see my colors on my paper. And you know what else I like to do? I like to pour my crayons out so I can see my colors of the crayons too. Let's color this one a little bit darker. I didn't like that purple I used. It wasn't very vibrant. It was so light. That looks better, right? What other colors we have here? I hope this isn't a light color. Ooh, I like that blue. That's pretty. Square has 4 corners and equal sized sides. Really nice. Let's see what else we got. Let's pour them all out. Pour them all out! Come on out, kids! It's time to play with your teacher. She wants you to come out and play with her. Okay, here's another shape. Ooh, that's a good color. Look at that one. Nice color. Trace the shape and color it in. Yay! God, I miss being with you kids. I wish I was in class with you right now. And here's a nice green. We could have so much fun together. I could see your beautiful smiling faces, your laughter. I could hear your laughter. Boy, do I miss you. Okay, so I traced all these shapes and I colored them all in. Now, if you notice, there's shapes inside the fish. Well, let's do the same thing there. Let's color in all the shapes. Let's change the colors of our crayons and color all the shapes in. Here we go. My reds, my purples, my greens. I love all these beautiful colors. Who can take the rainbow? I don't want to sing for you guys. I might hurt your ears. Look at this beautiful tangerine. Tangerine. That was a song. Again, I can't sing for you because I'll hurt your ears. Here's my sunshiny yellow. And fill in all your little shapes. How beautiful they are. This is that turquoise color. That's really pretty. I like that. I like that. I like to have a couple of them the same color. And we can't forget brown. Brown is nice. Look at that, how pretty it looks among the yellow. And even over here by the tangerine, that would look really nice together. We want to put colors together that complement each other. Why, hello, Miss Tangerine. You look lovely today. Well, hello, Mr. Brown. You look quite handsome. See? They're very nice and complementary to each other. Look, I put these two blues together. They're too close because they're almost the same, but yet they still complement each other, just like this blue and green do. Right? Don't you think? So complementary. Ooh, we've got pink and strawberry colors. Ooh, so nice. Okay, now, oops, I'm almost done. I got more here. Got one more, and I think I'm going to color him this color. What is this? That's good. That's a nice orange. Okay, so now all the shapes that were there already are colored in, but there's still some empty spaces. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to create our own shapes, fill them in these empty spaces, and color them in. So watch what Miss Lisa does. Let's start with my red crayon, and I'll go right over here in this area, and I think I'll make a circle. And then I'll color it in. What do you think of that? There's my shape that I made and colored in. And I didn't even have to have an outline. I did it all by myself. So let me try it with this blue crayon, and I'll put maybe a blue circle over here. There's my blue circle. Now I'm going to color it in. Pretty good, aren't I good at this? I'm going to fill up all these areas. I'm going to make a triangle down here, and you do the same. Fill in all your area with some more shapes and color them all in. Every empty space you find, create a shape and color it in. Triangles, squares, circles, all geometric shapes, because this is our geometric fish. Radio! Anybody that knows who Felix the cat is knows what that's all about. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. You laugh so much your sides will ache, your heart'll go pitter-pat. Watch for Felix, the wonderful cat. See, I told you my voice wasn't so great, but I'll sing anyway, because I loves to sing. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. That's from Shallow Hal. All right, we're doing good here. I filled up the whole tail with color. See all the great shapes in my tail? And I'm going to move on down the line. Add some more colors. Get some more out of my crayon box. I need new crayons. I'm so hard with my crayons. I press so hard, I break them all. I'm following the shape that I'm putting them in. See that? I'm filling them in fast. How you guys doing? Follow the lines, follow the lines. Not that easy. That was not that easy. I keep pulling blue. I think I'm partial to blue because I keep grabbing blue. Look at all the blue spots I have. Stop it with the blue. Let me pick a different color. What's this color? Nah, I keep doing the same colors. I guess my eye goes to certain colors that I like. Are you the same way? You just seem to pick the same colors that you really favor? Okay, I got a couple more spots here. Let me grab this brown. I liked that brown before. Okay. Color that in a little bit better. Oh, I don't have too many spots left. This is great. I'm coming to an end. Ooh, that's so exciting. Yay, one more. What's my last color going to be? Oh, no, I have two more. Okay, let's pick. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know what to pick. I'll just randomly grab a crayon out of my box. And it's a green. So let's put this green in here. And I'll randomly pick another color, and it's almost the same green. Okay. All right. I filled in all the empty spaces of my geometric fish with shapes. So guess what I need to do now? I need to cut my fish out because we're going to have to glue him into his habitat. So let me grab my scissor and start cutting away at my fish. He's so beautiful. And I'm trying not to ruin my beautiful shapes that I have over here, because we could save those. And cut my fish out. Shark, well, this isn't a shark. This is a geometric fish. Fish, geometric fish, geometric fish, geometric fish. There we go. Look at that. How good does he look, huh? All right, let me get rid of these scraps. And my picture is not quite dry yet, but I'm going to bring it down just so you can see what we're going to do. What we want to do is we want to take our beautiful ocean that we've painted, and we want to glue our geometric fish on to our sea. So mine's still wet, so I can't do that yet, but I'm going to place him down here, and this is where you would glue him down. And then I'm going to grab a blue crayon. Let me make sure this is the right kind of blue. Yep. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw some bubbles coming out of his mouth. You know how bubbles go up in the air when you see a fish? How's that look? That looks pretty good, right? Looks like the bubbles from the fish. This is a light blue, but I still like it. Maybe one more bubble. That looks great. What do you think of that geometric fish? I think the scenery is absolutely beautiful, and my fish, so I love it. Geometric fish, do 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 do, geometric fish, do 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 do, geometric fish, do do do, geometric fish. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed making your shapes and knowing, meeting your this one should be glued, so don't worry. I'm rushing it because I'm making the video. But you wait for your ocean to be dry before you put your geometric fish into the ocean, okay? I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you enjoyed making your new shapes and coloring them in. And this is your teacher, Miss Lisa, saying, ciao for now from my table of art. I'll see you kids next week. Bye-bye. Be good. See you then.